Nicole. I work here at the art studio as a teacher. I'm going to show you how to do this giraffe tutorial. What you'll need is just some white, yellow, blue, black, and red. So the first thing we're gonna do is grab some white with our big brush, and you're just gonna make different lines going up and down from either end of the canvas. I know it looks like nothing, but we need our canvas to be a little bit wet so that when we add our blue, it can blend nicely going up and down. So some white lines, and we want some nice blue lines, just a little bit of blue. We're not going to overmix. Go over your lines once, either 2 or 3 times. I like to do it so that I know that I'm not going to overmix or blend too much of my blue and white, because then it just turns into a light blue background, which we do want, but we do want our strips of blue. So just 1 to 3 times going over your lines. And if you think you're gonna struggle going upwards, you can always switch, like I'm gonna do, and do it from the top again. So you can bring down some blue again. Try to go in between this time on the other side, putting your blue stripes in. So like in between, this one is white, so I'm gonna put blue on the other side. Okay, and our canvas should look like this, nice and stripy. Let that dry off, and then we can do our, okay, next we're gonna make our giraffes, and we're gonna make them all white first. That way we can see where we're going, and the colors on the giraffes will pop more. All right, so for the first giraffe is gonna be the little baby one over here. So his neck is kind of like a wave. Just like that. And his head starts to curl. So kind of like a frowny face. Let's make his cheek. It's basically a circle at first, right? And then his little muzzle comes out and connects with his cheek. It's kind of like a half oval. And then you can connect his neck all the way down. Down and off your canvas. His ear is like a flower petal. And then he has a little horn right on his head. So the same thing, but with the mom, her head is kind of like a circle, right? Her cheek is almost like a sideways smiley face. Her head is a frowny face, and then we bring it and connect with her muzzle, which is kind of like a little circle here. So like a little circle, and you connect the circle like that. And her neck comes off the page. And she also has a flower petal for an ear. And her little horn. Okay, and then you're gonna fill that in. You can even bring it down a little bit. Mine's a little bit short. That's the good part of sketching it first with white, because you can see whether or not you need to increase the size of your object that you're painting. So I'm just gonna do that now, because her neck is just a little bit longer, so her cheek is gonna be here. And her head is gonna come out a little bit more for me. And then you can take your bigger brush, whatever brush you feel, and just cover it all in white. Okay, so we're gonna make a color for our little giraffe. He's gonna be blue. So grab some blue. If you want it to be a little bit darker than the background or a little bit greener, you can add a dot of yellow, which I'll do a little bit. And I'll kind of add just a little dot, just barely a dot of black, just to make his spots a little bit darker than the background. So that's what it should look like. And you're gonna just start placing random spots all around your giraffe. And you could do 2 coats of this because it's kind of see-through. So I recommend doing 2 coats. And you can place the dots wherever you want. And as you go up his neck and into his face, the dots do get a little bit smaller. And they get a little lighter, so you can add some white if you do choose, just to keep his face a little bit of kind of like the center of focus. So if you just want to lighten your spots, that would be awesome. And his muzzle is gonna be sort of blue. And you can kind of put some white at the end of his muzzle as well, so that it helps you blend out a little bit. So just place the two colors next to each other if you're having trouble blending. Wipe your brush when you're finished putting your two colors on. That line that connects the two colors, just go over it and it automatically blends for you. It's just an automatic blend. Okay, and his ear is gonna be that dark blue on the outside and that light blue on the inside. So do a dark blue outside, kind of connect it a little bit, and then go to that light blue for the inside. We will go over it in an outline, so if you lose it, don't worry about it, you're fine. Same thing on his horn. Darker blue on the top. Place your colors down, then you're gonna put your light blue under it, and then you're gonna put your white under that. Just so it blends out. Wipe your brush, and then just go over that line of color. So you have two lines of colors, and that automatically blends. Okay. His mane is whatever blue you want. I'm just gonna mix the two and make that his main color. And when you're flicking, flick short and out, just like this. Okay, so for the mother giraffe, we're gonna do the red. You can keep it the plain red that you do, or you can add a little bit of that yellow to make it a little bit warmer. Up to you. So just grab some red. And you're gonna do the same thing, just opposite. So do her spots. Do her spots up until her cheek. Okay, and this is where it gets a little bit orange, so you can add your yellow now. Starts to get a little bit orange. You could add your yellow as you go. The more yellow you do, the more orange it gets, the lighter it gets. I suggest doing a dot of yellow first to make it a little bit lighter, and then you're gonna add more yellow as you go along the face. So I just added a little bit of yellow to get this like red-orange color. And that's gonna be like the first line of spots that you do around her face. And then there's some red-orange on the cheek. And then once you do your first kind of like line of spots that are blood orange, you can add more yellow as you go along. So I'm gonna make it more orange and add more yellow. And then do your orange part. Alright, and then her face just gets plain yellow. So I like to add just a little bit of that orange left so that we kind of see the yellow and it's not too bright. It can get a little bright, and I add a dot of white so that it's a little bit thicker and you can just see the yellow a little bit more. So it's kind of like a yellow orange with a little bit of white. So then you could do your yellow spots. And her muzzle is gonna be that yellow, that orange yellow that we made before mixed with our yellow. And you're gonna do the same thing that we did with the muzzle as we did with the little baby. So place your yellow color down, take some white and put it along the muzzle line. Wipe your brush and go over that line between the colors, and it's an automatic blend. That's just her top lip. It looks a little weird now, so you can go back to your red orange. She's gonna have a red orange jaw. So lay down your blood orange color. Put some white on the ends. Wipe your brush, go over that line. All right. I'll add one more spot. Her ear is gonna be that orange color right in the middle. So do the outside that orange color, and the inside is gonna be kind of like almost like a red pinky color with some white. Just go a little bit lighter. Okay. Some red. All right, and her horn is gonna be red. And then it goes back into that deep orange, that deep red orange color that we made. So place your two colors down, put white at the bottom, wipe your brush, and go over those color lines. Just like that. Now we're just gonna outline in black. So you're just gonna outline everything except for the spots. Let's go over their bodies. with the smallest paintbrush as well if you have. Go really slow. And then for the eyes, you're just gonna do kind of like a smiley face on either side. She's gonna have eyelashes, so just flicks down. And their nose is kind of just, it's kind of like a spot that's unfinished. So put down a spot. What you could do is in the back of your paintbrush, you can go in with different colors, so red, and you can do like 3 dots down everywhere. You can do this with orange, yellow, whatever colors you want.